searching for that first ACC win. Someone's going to get one today.
That's right. And the ACC wins here during conference duels it's big. It's great for the team. It's great for the individual wrestlers because they get a chance to see who they're going to be competing against at the ACC tournament. It looks like we're going to be here starting at 157. We'll have the first of the four Finesilver brothers with Mitch Finesilver. He's ranked 11th. He's been having a great season this year. Him and his twin, Zach, are both redshirt juniors. And we're going to have Fred Green from UVA, who's also, he's a tough wrestler. He's a redshirt sophomore with a 10-10 record, but I see this as of right now, leaning in Mitch's favor.
Fred Green does have 4 pins on the season with that 10-10 record, but Mitch Finesilver, the redshirt junior, coming off an 8-3 overall record a year ago. Keep in mind, he qualified for the NCAAs in 2015 at 149 as the Finesilvers move up and down weight classes. Here we go, Duke and Virginia.
Yeah, early on in wrestling, you'll see the guys kind of hand fighting. This is a feel-out period. It might not look like a whole lot's going on, but they're hand fighting. They're trying to open up setups for their shots so that they can, get in and score. Because that early score, that first blood, is very, very big in wrestling. It can make and break a match. And all the Finesilver brothers, they're really good on top, but Mitch is tough on his feet. He's very hard to take down.
Stalemate already. Mitch Finesilver 21-3, 61-21 overall.
There he gets 2-point takedown. So for college wrestling, you get 2 points for a takedown, 1 point for an escape, and then you can get 2 or 4 points for near fall. Now, Finesilver here, he rides very, very tough, so it'll be really hard for anyone, really, that he's wrestling to get out from bottom. He likes to throw that leg in and switch off to an inside leg and run a Turk tilt. So right now he's working on breaking him down. Here we go. He's trying to crank that head around to get into his back, break the plane so he can start getting those near fall points.
Mitch with 2 pins, 2 technical falls, 8 majors as part of his impressive 21-3 campaign.
Looks like he's going for a far side cradle now, so he's going to pull him back.
He's got Green in trouble. Green able to roll out of it. Riding time already at 1 minute.
Getting some swipes here. So he's got the 4 locked up. He's got to let go of that hold in order to be awarded those 4 points. He still has it, so he can't just keep going back and forth and getting those points without letting go. Right now, he's trying to get both shoulders flat on the mat so he can get the pin here.
Right shoulder's down, left shoulder's not.
What Mitch he needs to do is he needs to come out, get his hips out, unhook that leg there, and get his chest on top of Green's chest so that he can get his back flat.
Still 40 seconds remaining. Riding time already at 140. 6-0. More points coming here. He lets him go, and there's 4 more. It's 10-0. What a clinic right now from Mitch Finesilver.
Yeah, the new scoring system with the near fall points, you can really blow a match open early on with those extra near fall points. It used to be 3, now it's 4. And just going back to that Turk there, running it over. He's going to get more swipes here at the end.
He's got Green in trouble, but the whistle will finally go. And those 4 points go up there. What an impressive 10-0 start. Riding time at 2:17, Dak.
Yeah, the first period, if you get an early takedown, being a 3-minute period, you can get a ton of riding time, which helps a lot. That riding time point, if you have a minute at the end of regulation, you get an extra point, and that point can make or break a lot of matches.
Green, a transfer from Boise State, where he was 20-18 a year ago, as a 4-time state champion from Washington State.
Yeah, it was disappointing Boise State dropped their wrestling program. So a lot of their tougher guys have been transferring out to other schools. He gets another big takedown there. Takes a 12-0 lead.
So he's essentially just 2 points away from that tech fall with riding time at well over 2:30.
Yeah, he is. But I don't see him settling for a tech. He's probably going to be pushing hard to get that pin because Duke's got to get big points early on, because later down the line of the 125, 133, that's where a lot of the big points are going to come for Virginia. Now, Mitch has got to keep him on his back, because as soon as he goes back over and gets those 4 points, the match is over as a tech fall. If he wants to get the pin, he's got to hold him here and get him flat.
Excellent point. He's got the left leg wrap. There's the 4. There's the win. So he'll get the tech fall and a 5-0 lead. Mitch Finesilver improves to 22-3 on the season.
Yeah, he's doing really, really well this year. He's killing it. He's making a run for nationals, and he's making a run.
So a 5-0 lead as Duke trying to stop a successful run. Virginia's won the last 12.
We've got Zach Finesilver, the second of 4. This is Mitch's twin brother, also redshirt junior. He's taken on Andrew Atkinson from Virginia. Both guys are tough wrestlers. Be a really good match here today.
Andrew Atkinson has qualified for the NCAAs the last 3 years, but that was 157. He finished 3rd place last year at 157, moving up a weight class to 165.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of guys. He probably was just too big for 157, even though he's had success there. He's got to, bump up, and he's done well at 165. He's 14-5 record. That's not bad. He's doing really well.
So Zach Finesilver, 12-10 on the season, 51-36 overall. He's got 4 pins this year to go with 3 majors.
And he's improved a lot since last year. He's been working hard, not only in the wrestling room, but in the weight room. That's why these Finesilver boys just keep going up, getting bigger, because they just keep on hitting the weights. They're just growing nonstop. And, Zach, he's bumped up in weight. He's handled the bump really well. He's been wrestling tough, and he's been improving all season.
Of course, Zach, a national qualifier twice at 41, so 2 weight classes. That is tough.
That's a big jump. That's all in the weight room. That's all muscle. You just gaining that much weight is tough, but when you're cutting a lot of weight to get down to weight, bumping up can help because you have more energy. Atkinson is going to get the 2-point takedown, take a lead. Now, Atkinson is also tough on top. He gets a lot of turns. He likes to run the armbar and the 2-on-1 tilt, but Finesilver, he's got to work. He's got to base up. He's got to get a quick escape here. You do not want to let that riding time rack up during the first period.
No, Atkinson will grind you down. He's 14-5. He's got 2 pins and 4 majors. He's 75-43 overall.
There we go.
There's
Finesilver hits a nice switch. He doesn't. It's technically still control for Atkinson. If Finesilver were to let go of the leg, he'd get the 1-point escape. But he's looking to get the 2-point reversal instead by taking him back down.
He's got it. Well done.
So now Finesilver gives up a reversal. Atkinson takes the 4-2 lead here. Bit of a scramble fest here at 165.
So Zach Finesilver was able to tie it, and just like that, Atkinson back on top, 4-2 with 10 seconds remaining here in the first.
It was a lot of scrambling. Finesilver just was off just for a split second, and Atkinson capitalized on it there. Atkinson was able to build a minute and 13 seconds of riding time in that first period there. Atkinson's going to choose down. If Zach can stop the first flurry here and kind of settle in, he's very, very good on top. He can work on getting that inside leg and working his tilts here. Atkinson's going to want to get out as quick as possible, not let that riding time run down, and eventually up in Finesilver's favor.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's under a minute. Finesilver, who was the Colorado State champion his senior year at 138, just to give you an idea of that jump.
These boys just, like I said, they don't stop growing. And Finesilver, he's got that leg in there, and his goal is to break Atkinson down to his stomach. Atkinson obviously working to get the stand up here. Finesilver able to bring him back down, and he's constantly throwing that leg in, trying to you get that leg in, you can dig your hips in and get hip pressure, break the guy down, puts a lot of weight on their lower back. It really tires you out trying to hold the other guy's weight on top of you.
Yeah, Atkinson as well with the powerful shoulders and arms. We'll see Finesilver doing a lot of leg work on Atkinson.
Yeah, and that's what the Finesilvers have found a lot of success with that leg riding. And he's cranking, and he's got Atkinson's head. He's trying to run him over Atkinson's right side to get him onto his back, to get that tilt, or come around and grab that leg and work for a far side cradle. Just anything he can to get him on his back, get some near fall points, either tie it or take the lead here. But Atkinson's fighting really well. He's continuing to work to base back up, so he's not going to get dinged for stalling. And in college wrestling, you get one warning for the first stall call, and then it's a point every stall call after that. And if you give up a stall warning early on, it could hurt you in the end.
Boy, who could forget his redshirt freshman year when he went 24-14 at 141.
Yep. All four Finesilver brothers, I see them all as potential qualifiers for the national tournament this year. All four of them are very, very tough, high-quality wrestlers. So now Finesilver gets up, doesn't get the escape, but he gets back in on a leg, going for another reversal here. And right now he's got to get his arms through, and he's got to turn and face Atkinson. Right now he's trying to run Atkinson over his back because you can get a defensive pin, but he gets the reversal.
Got a good one here. Third period, just like that, though. Every time Finesilver gets a point, Atkinson pops right back up. They're out of bounds, and we're tied at 4.
That's right. It's going to come down to this last period. It's whoever wants the match more at this point. Both guys have been evenly matched. Both guys wrestling hard, wrestling tough, but Finesilver, if the second period is indicative of this period, he could get the riding time and get the needed point to win if he's able to keep Atkinson down. But Atkinson's got to fight, got to get an escape here.
Well, excellent point. What an incredible reversal on riding time. It was over a minute in favor of Atkinson. Right now, Finesilver 8 seconds away from getting to that minute.
Finesilver here has got that leg, and he's got that far leg working for a move called a banana split. It is not a comfortable place to be in a wrestling match.
Zach Finesilver in trouble, though. Atkinson able to escape and take a 2-point lead. Under a minute to go.
Yeah, Finesilver didn't keep hip cover, and that's one of the big things in leg riding. You've got to keep the guy centered on your hips, or he can get out and get the reversal like Atkinson did. Finesilver's gotta put something together here in these last 30 seconds. The referee here is swiping because Atkinson dropped down to a leg. He's going to get warned for stalling here, because if a guy stands up and the other guy that's in control drops down to the leg, you have 5 seconds to build from the leg to the hips, or you will get dinged for stalling.
So Finesilver's going to start down. 41 seconds remaining. Twice he popped up, but Atkinson was able to hang on. Riding time not going to be a factor now. So yeah, Finesilver's got to do something. There's an escape. 6'5". He's got to shoot here quickly. 20 seconds remaining. There's the shot. Trying to get around. looks at the clock, 20 seconds.
Coming out the back door here. He's got to get his arms through. He's got to turn and face.
He turns around. 10 seconds remaining. It's 6-5. Atkinson trying to hang on to that left leg. Final seconds ticking off. And it looks like Atkinson's going to be able to hang on for the 1-point win.
Coach Lanham just threw the challenge block in, so he's going to challenge the call here. He's probably going to look at control.
So they're going to take a look at it. There's Glenn Lanham. Nice job here at Duke. All right, so go ahead and explain what the official just told us.
So right here, what they're looking to see if Atkinson rolled out of danger here. He was on his back. They're seeing if he rolled out of danger off of his back for that defensive pin here. So you see he's rolling, he's flat on his back, and they're looking to see if he was able to get maybe the takedown of the defensive pin here. It's a tricky call because just like any other sports challenge, there has to be irrefutable evidence on the video playback. So the officials are going to take a look at that, see if Atkinson was able to roll out of danger in that call. It's gonna be a tough call here.
Zach Finesilver pacing around. Why the officials take a look? What do you think here, Dak?
So he's flat on his back there. Finesilver could have. Atkinson's got his leg, so it's not really a control. So it's just a really tough call because it was such a split second point where he was there on his back there for that call. So it's gonna be tough for the referees to side with Coach Lanham's challenge there.
So Mitch Finesilver already earned 5 points. Zach Finesilver at the moment looks like he may fall to Atkinson. Matt Finesilver getting ready at 174 to take on Will Shaney.
Matt has been really, really tough this year. He's been wrestling hard. He's beaten a ranked opponent. He's tearing it up, and he's just continuing to get better and better every single day.
Well, you think about it, twin brother Josh and Matt, and you've got Josh at 133, Matt all the way up to 174, but you're right, incredible.
Someone ate all the food at home. Yeah, so they're going to side with Atkinson on that. Got to take what you can get and keep moving forward here.
All right, so it's Will Shaney, the redshirt junior, 17-8 on the season, former Nebraska state champion from Blair, Nebraska, Blair High School, and you see him right there, Matt Finesilver, 19-6 in his freshman campaign, ranked 19th in the country. The four Finesilver brothers, keep in mind, they combined for 14 state championship tournament appearances and 4 state titles out in Colorado.
It's wild. Those guys are just all so good. It's fun to see them all wrestling on the same team here in college. And Matt he's not really a flashy wrestler. He's got a lot of really solid basics here, and he's used that to his advantage because he just doesn't get into bad positions often. And that's what's led him to the success. You know, you don't need the big flashy high scoring wins. You just need the solid day in, day out wrestling, and he's very consistent and very solid.
Shaney, who finished third place at 184 last year in the ACCs. He was 23-16 at 184, going down to 174, where he's 17-8. His overall record at Virginia is 48-38.
Yeah, and he's tough. I mean, he's another guy who's a solid wrestler, and he's in on a deep head inside single here on Matt, but he's got that back door there. He was able to get both legs for a split second, but here he's going to try and come out the back door out the back side. But Finesilver's really good at getting that crotch lock and scooting behind. And as you can see there, he's got the far leg and he's trying to scoot behind. But Shaney if Shaney wants to score, he needs to get up off of his stomach and come up, get Finesilver upside down and pop out that back door. But Finesilver's just so good in shot defense. He's able to get the go behind the 2-point takedown, but Shaney's out quick.
So 2-1, quick escape after the 2 points there for Finesilver, 2-1. Duke on top.
So that was just solid wrestling for Finesilver to get that takedown. He stuck to the basics, fought the hands, fought the lock, and was able to get his hips underneath him and get the takedown. Shaney was right up really quick, got that quick escape. Don't want to let that riding time climb up like we've seen. So the referee's gonna call stalemate. He's gonna warn Shaney for the finger grab. You have to grab the hand. You can't grab individual fingers. That is illegal. So the ref gave Shaney just a courtesy warning there.
Excellent eyes by Dak Adamson. Wrestled here in 2010. You think about outstanding brothers, the Adamson brothers, pretty successful here at Duke as well.
Yep, there's 3 of us that wrestled here at Duke, and then the oldest one of us wrestled over at Oklahoma State, Coach Lanham's alma mater.
2-1 lead here right now.
We had a pretty big spread in weight class as well. I was younger brother Riley was at 141, I was at 149, and then Trey was all the way up at 174 and 184. So, big split there too.
All right, so here we go through the first period.
Finesilver chooses down, so he's thinking, hey, I've already got the takedown on this guy. I'm going to work my way up, get a quick escape. Shaney is going to want to ride him out, work for those near fall points, get that riding time racked up. Finesilver does really well with that tripod stand up, so he tripods up, goes to the hands, and then works for the stand up there, and he's in and gets that
2 more.
That was a countered shot with a reshot of his own, and it was just a funky scramble, and he came out on top. So look for Finesilver to be just a really tough rider here on top. He's got that chicken wing there. Usually you work for the chicken wing, and then you dig an underhook on the opposite side, and then you tilt him to the chicken wing side. He's going to switch the arm bar and a half. He'll hop to the half side and run him around his head.
He's got a 5-1 lead. Matt Finesilver won the state title in Colorado junior year at 132.
There's that Finesilver inside leg ride there. All 4 of them, they utilize that really well, and Matt he's used it to his advantage many matches this year. Not just to get riding time, but to get a lot of near fall points. You can see, he's not making it comfortable for Shaney down there on bottom. He's digging his face. Shaney gets the stall warning because you have to build up. You have to build up to your base. You have to be actively working for an escape, or you're going to get that stall call.
Yeah, right now Shaney not doing a whole lot. As Finesilver's riding time at 120.
Yeah, and Shaney grabbed another couple fingers there, so Finesilver was getting a little mad showing the ref.
5-1 lead here. Matt Finesilver looking solid against Will Shaney, who's no slouch. Third place, ACC 4-time Nebraska state champion. A stall point awarded to Finesilver.
Yep. So the second stall warning is a point for your opponent, and it continues. There's a point every stall warning after that. Shaney's going to choose down. His coach just yelled at him, "You know how to get out. Choose down." So Finesilver's got to stop the first flurry and settle in, get his rides. And being on bottom for that much time, it is tough. Like, it wears you out. And you can see Shaney looks a little bit, worn going into this third period. We'll see if he can put together a flurry and get an escape here. Finesilver's staying active on top, trying to get the near fall points, and Shaney doesn't move. He's going to get hit for stalling again.
It's 6-1, 90 seconds remaining. Matt Finesilver And now you can see very clearly, Dak Adamson, why you said you think all 4 Finesilvers could make the NCAAs. You think about the jump this young man has made to 174. He's 19 in the country. He's got the long body that could work at 174.
He does. He's got the long arms and long legs, and he knows how to use those weapons. He gets another stall point here.
So it's 7-1. He's got the riding time there as well.
So Coach Lanham told him to cut him so that he can get another takedown and look not just for the regular decision, but for a major decision here.
He's already got 3 majors. He's got a couple pins as well.
He's got to break the lock there and come behind here to get that takedown. Shaney's going to try and hold on to that foot as long as he can. Stalemate here from the referee. So if he gets the takedown and maintains the riding time, that'll give him a 10-2 lead, which would be the major decision. And with a tough opponent like Virginia, you need all the bonus points you can get.
It's 7-2 right now. 15 seconds remaining.
So Finesilver's gotta come behind quick here. Will Shaney's got that ankle, and he's not letting go.
So final seconds with the riding time score, 8-2. So just 3 points, but the score now, Duke 8, Virginia 3.
That's right, yeah, going into the 184-pound match. We need to pick up wins early, like we said, because they've got Louis Hayes and Jack Mueller at the lower class weight. So we've got to pick
18-3. He'll be facing that man, Josh Finesilver, 18-11 in his freshman campaign at 133.
Yep, he's the 4th and final Finesilver we're going to see tonight, and he's the smallest, but he's just as tough as his brothers. He's put together a good campaign this year. He's fought hard, and he's had a couple ranked opponents, so he knows how to wrestle those higher level wrestlers. But Jack Mueller's, he's another kind of animal. This guy he's like his 125 pounder. He's constantly going after you, constantly looking for points and looking for bonus points.
Yeah, he's got 2 pins, 2 tech falls, 5 majors, 18-3 on the season is Mueller, 45-8 overall.
Finesilver, it's in the scramble, comes out with the leg. He's got both legs. He's got to scoot his hips around, clear his hips there. Here he's got that leg hooked, and here Jack Mueller, hard-fought scramble there. Gets the takedown. It's going to work for some tilt points here now, but Finesilver's got to base up and work for an escape here. He can't sit on bottom with Jack Mueller on top of him. This guy's very, very tough.
Glenn Lanham talking about Finesilver here at 133, said he can go out and hang with the number 2 wrestler in the country, and then a less heralded wrestler he could lose to. It's been that kind of season, although a good one for him.
Yeah, and that's part of the learning curve for a true freshman. You come out, you got to find your rhythm, and sometimes it's tough for those young wrestlers, but overall, he's stayed fairly consistent. He's got the 18-11 winning record, so he's just got to keep pushing and keep learning and keep improving.
2-0 lead here as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the first. Mueller on top for Virginia.
Finesilver's got to get to work here on bottom. You do not want to give up a stall warning in the first period. Mueller's very, very good at riding. He likes to throw that leg in and break guys down to their stomach and work for a power half. That's one of his better turns here.
Mueller, hard to believe, but he was the first freshman to earn All-America honors in Virginia program history a year ago.
And those are the kinds of guys that Garland is bringing in. is these tough young guys that even as a freshman, you can go out and hang with the top guys in the country.
Yeah, he beat Joey Dance from Virginia Tech last year on the way to the semifinals in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, Joey Dance is tough. Winding down this first period.
Boy, riding time though, 2:15 in favor of Mueller.
Yeah, that's the thing with those first period takedowns is it's such a long period. If you get an early takedown, then you can get that high amount of riding time. So it was Mueller's choice. He deferred. Finesilver chose down, and he's going to work up here, try and get an escape, possibly a reversal here. He's got to get his head up. The wrestler who keeps their head high in these positions is usually the one that wins the scramble. Mueller's hurt his knee there. Finesilver reached through. He had the ankle, and I guess when he pulled the ankle up, it put a little bit of a torque on Mueller's knee. Right here, so Finesilver picked up that ankle as they were coming through and torqued his knee right here.
So riding time approaching 3 minutes here for Mueller with that 2-0 lead.
Finesilver's gotta find a way out here, but he's smothering on top, and he does well with that hip pressure there. Now he's running that power half on the opposite side, and when someone's got a leg in and they run that opposite side half, it cranks your body because you're going in two different directions. Finesilver's got to work up here. He's got to base up or he's going to get warned for stalling here.
Coach Garland may have been calling for it as well. You heard the Virginia bench at least asking about stalling. 40 seconds remaining here in the second. Riding time approaching 3:45. Yeah, Mueller's a beast.
He is. He's a hard guy to stop. So he's got the riding time locked in here. So he's essentially got a 3-0 lead. He's going to get
Josh Finesilver.
Got 2 swipes. That's 2 near fall there.
2 points for
Coach Garland likes it, gives him thumbs up.
Mueller's going to go top, continue his ride, try and get some more near fall points here. Finesilver has got to find a way out.
So final period, 1:33. Duke on top 16-9 through 7.
Finesilver's got to pull Mueller's leg out from in between his legs or get both of his legs over Mueller's leg and sit out. He's got to work up here.
Boy, if you're Josh Finesilver, this final 120 is going to feel like a lifetime.
Yeah, with a guy like Mueller on top of you smothering you like that, it's really hard to get out. Mueller's looking at the ref, trying to get that stall call. And Finesilver, he's working up to his base, but he's got his head on the mat. And when your forehead's on the mat, that referees will start looking for the stall call there.
So essentially it's 5-0. And at this point, you might be thinking about Josh Finesilver.
stall warning, Duke.
There's that stall warning there. Mueller's he's gonna want to look for more near fall points and take this from a regular decision to a major decision. But Finesilver, he's got to work up. He can't get hit for stalling again, or that's going to give Mueller another point, make it that much easier to get the major. He's working that Turk hard here, trying to get more swipes, near fall points.
Yeah, 10 seconds remaining at this point. Finesilver might be okay with a stall. 5 seconds, as at least he can perhaps hold off Mueller from that extra point. I think he will. 1 point, Virginia for running time. Mueller all business. He was out here early, man on a mission, and he'll get the victory.
Yeah, that's a good win for him against a tough wrestler and an ACC opponent.